listening to the Deep Purple Podcast, a fan podcast devoted to one of the greatest bands in rock history, Deep Purple. Your hosts, Nate and John, cover their shared history with the band, discover new music together, and cover the farthest reaches of the Deep Purple family tree and beyond. Here's Nate and John now.
Welcome to the Deep Purple Podcast, a fan podcast devoted to one of the greatest bands in rock history, Deep Purple. Today's episode is episode number 357, Yacht Metal Part 2. And coming to you from the suburbs of Chicago, where it is chilly and I'm eating soup, I'm your host, Nathan Beaudry.
And coming to you from the suburbs of Providence, I'm your co-host, John Discount Fabio with a Costco card, Matola.
And coming to you from the suburbs of Hartford, I'm Mark. Didn't see Bob Sacamano in concert, Roback.
And coming to you from, 8 miles by the crow flies to the southeast of where the Roback is, I'm Peter the Plumber Gardo.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to the Deep Purple Podcast. Bob Sacamano, of course, wasn't that the guy from Sneakers and from Groundhog Day? Like that character actor that played in Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Very like well known. Like everybody knows him when they see him. I can't think of his name. But I just watched Sneakers with him the other night, so.
Yeah, the reason I brought that up is, when I was in Austin around Thanksgiving, my sister got us tickets to go see Joe Bonamassa, and she was not very familiar with Joe Bonamassa. She kept saying, "We're going to go see Bob Sacamano." It's like the same number of syllables.
Yeah, it's in the ballpark.
Yeah,
Close enough.
So John, your latest AI nickname, Discount Fabio with a Costco card?
Yeah, I don't know where. I think I might have to start putting in like a prompt for something else besides just give me a nickname. Like,
hey, AI, give me a nickname and make it not suck.
Actually,
it'll probably suck worse if you do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll put that in for the next one and see what it gives me. But right now, I'm not impressed because it's always like something with something or without something else, and it's like, okay, that's kind of dumb. This kick
because AI is lifeless and soulless and has no creativity of its own.
Nope.
But hey, folks. Speaking of people that have no creativity, we're doing a covers album. No, just kidding. We left off by covering the first 5 songs. We're going to get into the final, whatever number is left, songs in a moment. But first, we do want to remind you that the Deep Purple Podcast is listener supported and ad free. So, if you receive some value from our show, if we accompany you on your commute or when you're stuck in traffic like Pete was right before this, then consider giving us some value back. We would really appreciate it. You can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, or you could become a patron on Patreon or on PayPal for as little as $1 a month. You get access to our patrons-only Discord channel, our rating spreadsheet, invites for our live stream episodes, link to submissions for our album ratings episodes, and access to our Too Hot for YouTube forbidden episodes via Patreon that we post there. And ever since we started doing that, we haven't had many banned episodes. Although the first part of Yacht Metal was banned in Belarus for our... And funny enough, we talked about Belarus on the episode, so it's very interesting. The Belarusian government did not appreciate what we said, apparently. But speaking of patrons at the In Memoriam tier, the wonderful Gerald, Jerry, Kelly, and family. At the $25 Uncommon Man tier, we have Ovis Nakfi, At the 10 pound, I'm sorry, the 20 is plenty tier, we have Alan. At the 10 pound good doctor tier, we have Dr. Mike Catan. And at the turn it up to $11 tier, Clay Wambacher, Frank Thielgard Mortensen, Mickelstein, Will Porter, PhD PP, and Michael, don't call him Bradford Bagford. At the $10 someone came tier, Ryan M, Jeff Bryce, Victor Campos, Better Call Saul Evans. And Peter from Illinois. At the 8 pound lesser known patrons tier, we have Robert Smith. And at the Deep Thoughts by John Matola tier, we have Fielding Fowler.
And now, Deep Thoughts by John Matola.
It's a position requiring little or no work, but giving the holder status or financial benefit.
Actually, that's what I do here.
Cinecor.
Love it.
Pete remembers.
I just left the building full of them. Well, no, they don't come in on Fridays.
And the Deep Purple Podcast Hall of Fame, we of course have
Rich Yangui Shaylo. Who the hell is that?
And Jörg Planer and Norman Weichelbaum. Thank you so much to all of you for your support of the Deep Purple Podcast. And what's that? Do you hear him calling? Maybe you don't. Shoot, I don't have the sound clip. I'm going to do my best David Coverdale impression. Stormbringer! Coming at the end of March, we need your rankings for that album, and we will be reviewing it then. And if you're a patron, you can join us on the live stream and submit your rankings to be considered and added and tabulated into the final results. Well, folks, before we get into the real meat of the episode, we do have one thing we have to do. And that is, of course, postcards from the edge of Connecticut. This one, this is a nice one. This is Life in Hell card. You know that one by Matt. Is it Matt Groening? Is that like how you pronounce his name? Yes. Groening. It's not how you think you should pronounce it. It says, Nate and John, been a while since I heard my name during the segment, so I thought I'd better write Happy 2026. It says Ralphie crossed out, and then it says Rich. So this was a Greetings from Hell, Matt Groening's early work. And I, of course, have my copy of the big book of hell right here, where I learned the song Whistle While You Work, Hitler is a Jerk, Mussolini bit his weenie, now it doesn't work.
Nice.
I would sing as a, when did this come out? I was probably 10 or 12 when this came out. Or at least when I got it. But a great book, and I think it's funny that he had this whole like series of characters is basically The Simpsons, but they're weird little rabbit people. Yeah. And then when they were like, we want you to do an animated version of this for TV, is like, I'm not giving you my good characters. I'm going to make up some crappy characters for you so I don't have to give you the good stuff. And then that became The Simpsons.
Isn't that Akbar and Jeff?
Akbar and Jeff, yeah, that's great. There's like a lot of Akbar and Jeff I always like the ones that it was like Bongo's Dream House, and it would like show he's got like there's Akbar and Jeff.
They're on the front cover too.
Yeah, yep, they're on the cover. It's their facsimile of Marge, Homer, and Bart, and then Akbar and Jeff. Great stuff.
The weekly paper that used to be published where Mark and I live used to have Life in Hell.
Oh yeah,
right next to all the what do you call those things, Mark? The personal ads.
Personal ads, yeah. We talked about it last episode, actually. Yeah, all the fetish stuff people were looking for. But it was so entertaining to read it. It was, it's like, oh my god. Now that stuff is just all over. Yeah.
When you uncover some, yeah, exactly. Now it's just it's mainstream for everybody now. When you uncover some of the old fetish stuff from your workshop, Pete, you'll have to send it our way to read.
Whoa.
All right, but that's not all. It's not really a postcard from the edge, but John, minutes before airing, did send me a video that I think we're gonna have to watch, and it perfect timing because when we recorded the first episode of this episode a few weeks ago. If you will remember, if you haven't listened, go listen to part 1. John got a package in the mail, and what it was a toothbrush, a giant toothbrush, autographed by Alice Cooper. And that was for, of course, John's father. And John has presented his father with this. And as promised, we have the video of Pops receiving the toothbrush. So that means we're going to have to look at, I know this is I'm going to have to find the advanced share video.
Yeah,
there we go.
Gonna do
Video.
this?
Yeah. So we get a video file here straight from John's phone. And I'm going to scroll down. And are we ready? Are we emotionally prepared to see Pops?
What, John? When was this exactly? Was this
Like this afternoon?
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's why I sent it. That's why I sent it to Nate. Yeah, because I was going over there this afternoon, and I was like, you know what? There's no football. There's nothing to distract him today. Like I was going over there. I'm like, what do you got going on? And he's like, nothing. I'm like, perfect. Grab the toothbrush and headed over. And made it
smoke not on.
No, it was a rerun again. Can you imagine that?
No, he's probably watching that now.
All right. So without further ado, here is Pops table here. And this is the full unedited version. We haven't seen any of this yet. Let me crank up the volume.
Now, did you watch it yet, Nate?
No, I didn't watch it. I wanted to watch it with all of you.
Okay.
For some reason, only you're showing up here. Let's see.
I haven't watched it either. I just experienced
I want you
it
to tell
live.
the story, the Alice Cooper story, the time that you went to see him.
Oh yeah, when he was up on stage and there was a big tooth. It was about, 12 feet high, and he came out with a big toothbrush and he started to beat it. That's pretty much the end of the story. He kept going back and back, and I don't know, maybe it fell off the stage. I don't remember.
How long ago was that?
Oh, 50, 60 years.
Oh, okay.
So
So,
he beat it with a big toothbrush.
all right, so we have. You've been telling me that story for my whole life. So I told it on the podcast, and one of our listeners heard it. One of my friends, and he took the story to the next logical conclusion, and so he sent me this to give to you. Well, read the letter first.
Yeah. So the long letter. I'm reading my glasses. Encloses a signed. Can I have my glasses? Encloses a signed.
Well, start from the beginning.
John, encloses a signed. Is that what you know?
We'll have this video on YouTube for everybody.
Enclosed is a signed memorabilia for Pops from the one and only Alice Cooper. I have a colleague, Fran, who for some reason has been meeting up with Alice to play golf in Arizona every once in a while. When he was showing pictures of him with Alice, Tommy Short, Cheap Trick, and others, I recall Pop's recollection during the Deep Purple podcast Father's Day episode of Pop seeing Alice Cooper in Providence wielding a giant toothbrush accosting an innocent tooth back in 1973. It was earlier than that, I think.
Yeah.
I procured a prop toothbrush and Fran played golf with Alice this past November in Scottsdale, Arizona, at the Alice Cooper Christmas putting at the Mountain Shadow short course. According to Fran, Alice says he remembers that show. Okay, sure. Fran said that Alice was gracious as always and got a great chuckle out of it all. Merry Christmas, Pete. I thought he was going to forget about it because he had dementia. Oh, is this it?
Yeah, look at the back.
Pops.
That's
Will what?
that's signed by Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
He
It looks like, you sure it's not Al Logan? That's what it looks like.
So No, he bought a giant toothbrush and he had Alice Cooper sign it for you. And there are the pictures of him signing it.
And he said, what do you say? According to Fran, Alice says he remembers that show. Okay, sure. What does that mean?
Maybe he doesn't believe it. Maybe he was just saying it, but who knows?
Okay. Oh, and then I got a couple of pictures of him.
Yeah, that's him signing the toothbrush at the golf course in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Well, he's developed into an ornery-looking cuss, huh?
So what do you think?
Very nice. That's cool. I'll keep it next to my brown chair.
Do you ever think you would have a signed giant toothbrush from Alice Cooper? Back when you saw him in the late 60s, early 70s?
No, I did not. But it's nice to have. And tell Fran, thanks very much. I appreciate it.
Okay. How about Pete?
Pete who?
There's this new
The guy
Patreon
that got
jingle.
Fran to sign it.
Oh, Pete, yeah. Pete, thanks a lot. I'm going to have a sip on you.
That's great.
Oh man,
Pete who?
That's perfect. That's Pete's new
better
jingle.
yeah. What did he? You got to cut that clip out. What did he say about Alice? He's developed into a
And he looks like an ornery looking cuss.
cuss.
An ornery looking cuss.
I don't know what that means.
That could be Rich
Pop
Shaler's.
I don't think it's good. Rich's, yeah. Rich will be an ornery looking cuss.
That's fantastic, John.
But as the afternoon went on, I think as it sunk in, he kept walking by it on the counter. He kept looking at it. Oh, that's really nice. You know, I really like this. You know, it was like he got more like emotional about it.
He's going to have it hanging over the fireplace next time you come over.
That's what he did. He looked at my mother and he's just like, yeah, get a frame for that. You know, do something nice with it.
Well, I wouldn't have expected anything other than your father's reaction from. I've never met him, but I know who he is through knowing you, and fantastic.
He delivered. Yeah, it was worth the price of the
Absolutely.
toothbrush.
Well, that's like I said, that's why it took so long, because any other time, and Nate was asking me if I could have gotten it like for, other times, and I'm like, I can't, because I've seen him between today and the last show, but it's like, I told him you have to get him when he's not distracted. Otherwise, he's not going to care about the toothbrush.
He's been watching the Patriots and I'm like, oh yeah, what is that toothbrush? Hey, shut up, will you? Shut up.
Well, yeah, because most of the times when I would, go over to to his house, it would be, it would be on Sunday, and up until this week, there's been, a football game every Sunday, and between that, he's watching another football game, a soccer game. So it's like, forget it. He's had to catch him when he had nothing happening. So,
well,
it was
fantastic.
Perfect.
We're gonna have some sound bites to clip out of that for sure.
Oh yeah, Pete who was my favorite.
Too bad he didn't see Ian Gillan attack a tooth with a toothbrush. But
I gotta say too, Pops's hair, man, great look. Talk about the silver fox. I mean, his hair looks awesome.
hey, I hope I can look. I hope I'm still around at his age. Never mind looking that good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, we are here to get into the next part of our talk here. So what we were doing is we were giving you a little preview of the original song, which I think for the most part we all knew, and then diving right into the cover version. So we have done the first 5 tracks, and track number 6 is none other than Taking It to the Streets.
Who's doing this?
Oh, shoot. Wait.
Yeah.
Never mind. Taking It to the
Don't mix 'em up.
Streets. The original. Yeah, I missed them up. The gold you dip in the red paint. Okay.
Right, well, we obviously know who this is.
So this is as we were going through the process.
Man, keep rapping.
Obviously, the Doobie Brothers. And Pete is looking up the Yacht rating, which I have right here, but I'm going to let Pete dig it up.
Yeah, I had to start my mom's laptop.
But
because we do this down in Florida. So I said this wasn't okay, but the Yacht Rock guys says it's an 81.
Yeah, that's high.
A B. B minus. And I think it's because it has the bounce. Okay.
Well, and just Michael McDonald kind of takes it to the next level.
Yeah. Although it does not invoke, sailing on a on a yacht at all.
No.
The protest songs.
Taking it to the waves, maybe. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's a
great song.
As we discussed, the yacht rock is a very loosely defined, made up genre. But yeah, I think this kind of gets the vibe of it. You're not convinced it's yacht rock, Pete.
I think I can be convinced. I was on the way driving back from Florida. It takes 3 days. I actually typically I have an Alexa in the car. What do they call that thing? The Echo Auto, and I yell at it to what I want to play. But I can also get it through the screen through my infotainment thing, and I found all these channels I didn't know about, and one of them was Yacht Rock Deep Cuts.
Oh,
all right. and so after, and I made my choices 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. This is definitely yacht rock, and but some of the stuff they were playing was not yacht rock. But you can yell at the Alexa or go through the app. That won't be on your satellite machine. But I was listening tonight. I heard some Kenny Loggins on the way home, and I had to get ready for this. I had to get my yacht ski.
Yeah, you had to get in the yacht mood. But can there be a yacht rock deep cut? Or I can always assume that yacht rock was like the hits.
No, they have actually deep cuts, and on we had all that snow, and so Monday I didn't go to work, and I was listening to it at work. And, Kenny Loggins, Brenda Russell. I wrote it all down here. Someone named, who the heck is it? There was a woman, and Amy Holland. I looked up Amy Holland. You know who Amy Holland is? That's Mrs. Michael McDonald.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, oops,
what's happened there?
It's okay.
They took it to the streets.
Let's hear the better one.
Guaranteed to be better.
Yeah. This one to mention. This one got to number 13 in 1976. And so it was it's the title track off the album Taking It to the Streets, and written by Michael McDonald, who joined the group after Tom Johnson fell ill in 75. So,
well, this is a lineup John might like. This is the Bullet Boys with Bob Daisley and Mick Box. So imagine that. So here we go.
Okay.
Taking it to the streets. The Bullet Boys and Uriah Heep. Bullet Heap. Here we go.
That's
taking it to the streets.
You don't know me 'cause I'm your brother. I was raised here in this living hell.
Oh, pretty good.
One of the Bullet Boys singing.
Yeah,
it must be, right?
These are White Snake gang vocals.
Yeah.
I think they do a really good job of capturing the feel of the original, much like the Pina Colada song one.
I mean, it's not easy trying to capture that Michael McDonald vibe, but Mark Torian's not a bad vocalist, so, and he's actually doing a really good job here. He's keeping a very very mellow.
He's making it his own.
Yeah.
You gotta get some Snoop arpeggios for me.
I don't think we'll get that from Mick Fox. Nice, tasteful solo.
That was nice.
I wouldn't call it yacht rock or yacht metal rather. I'd call this is like more like 80s pop metal or pop rock.
It's really just a heavier version of the original. And they dumped the solo sax solo or a guitar solo,
which will make Rich happy.
Happy, yep.
It sounds like he's got his thumb stuck in a door.
Wow! I'm taking it to the emergency room. All right.
Very good.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Who wants to kick it off? I'll kick it off with a ranking for this one.
I'll give it a 3.5. I thought it was really good. I don't know who the vocalist is. I don't know who was it the Shotgun Shell Boys? What was it? Bullet Boys?
The Bullet Boys.
Shotgun Shell.
Yeah,
the Bullet Boys. Yeah.
You know, if you compare it against Michael McDonald, who has his full voice, this fella's voice was pretty thin. All right, but you know, everyone has a different voice, but he made it work, and I thought that guitar solo was really good. You know, using either the wah wah or the foot pedal or the whammy.
I think he had a little whammy going on there. I think Mick Fox is a fan of the whammy bar.
Yeah, I thought that was good. I enjoyed this one. You know, no Paul Lind on this one. Didn't someone say on that? What was it, Mark? Charles Nelson Riley.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody in the Discord said Charles Nelson Riley, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right, that's what it was. No, I enjoyed this. If I heard this, you know, at the grocery store instead of the original, I would not be offended.
No,
and I would sing along.
All right, Mark, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, I'm going to agree. 3.5. I almost went to a 4, and I was kind of waiting to see how they ended it. I didn't like how they ended it, but otherwise, otherwise I liked it. Like I said, I think it. You know, I wouldn't call it metal, but it just sounded like a heavier version of the original. And same with Pete. I would, if I heard this on the radio, I wouldn't change the channel. I could almost picture, not that these guys are, you know, would be performing together live, but if there was a comparable band doing this on stage, it's like I would enjoy that actually, a live performance of that. So.
I could see this being like if like a wedding band was performing this. Oh, this is really good. You know.
Yeah. The other thing I was going to say is I actually like the vocals because this is a song where you kind of need to hear the lyrics. And you know, as great as Michael McDonald's voice is, sometimes you can't quite understand the word in
It's
in that echo cave that is his head. You know?
Yeah, I don't think he's ever actually recorded with reverb. It's all natural
Yeah.
from all the stalactites in the back of his skull. All right, John.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
All right.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great interpretation of the original, um, mostly because of the vocals. I mean, I agree that everybody's voice sounds different. You're not gonna sound exactly like McDonald. I mean, he's really distinctive vocalist, but I think that the vocalist Mark Torian, he sang it right, you know what I mean? Like he knew how to do the song justice. He wasn't trying to, because he has a really high range too, or at least he did, back when they first came out. But it's like, he knew to kind of like, sing down almost in like kind of a hushed, like whispery type of tone, like not not like breathy, but you know what I mean, like that very like mellow Michael McDonald tone, but still like you could tell it was him, and he wasn't trying to do any of that like metal
Well, he
type
did a
stuff.
little bit when his
Yeah, a
thumb
little
got
bit.
stuck in the car door.
But
So
I mean,
do you think that's kind of at the bottom end of his range?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when their first couple of albums, he was doing all that high screeching type of stuff, and I've seen them live a bunch of times, and he still sounds pretty good. But I mean, it's like, I don't know. It honestly takes like somebody that um, knows what they're doing to be like, okay, I know how to sing this, or like maybe he was, even just the right person to pick to sing it, because you can't just like throw anybody in there and just be like, oh, they're a great vocalist, so they're going to sound good doing this song. And I thought the guitar solo too. Well, the music was like really good. Solo was very kind of good in place of the sax solo. Like it worked,
Mhm.
and it was like it was heavier, like more distorted, more rocking than I expected from somebody from that era.
All right. I am going to give it a 4 as well. I really liked it. I'm not as familiar with the Bullet Poise as John is, but I thought I don't know if I really know much of their music. I think it's an interesting combination, Bullet Boys and like kind of a weird Uriah Heep reunion with Bob Daisley and
Yeah.
and Mick Box. Like I don't know how they came to that conclusion, but hey, for whatever reason, it worked. Thought it was pretty strong.
Is there any info on, did they record this together, or was it done in Budapest?
I would assume.
Oh, I got us banned again. No.
I would assume,
but it sounds more cohesive than the other ones. I
That's
know
what I
Mark's
was
saying. This is like it
Yeah.
actually sounds like they were working together. Like it came together really well.
well, putting on a guitar solo after the fact is standard practice, even if everyone is together. So, but I mean, Bob Daisley, I'm assuming, was just doing. Maybe he was doing some backing vocals, but he was. I'm assuming he was doing bass. So I don't know what the Bullet Boys bass player was doing, or unless they had two basses. But kind of cool, good stuff. All right, the next track up is a song by
singing duo Captain and Tennille.
So Love Will Keep Us Together. So what do you guys think about this song, the original?
It was all over the radio. Oh my gosh!
For
Captain and
multiple
Tennille were able to-
decades.
Yeah, they parlayed it into a television show. Was it a summer replacement? And then it turned full time. Mark would probably know that better than me.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I kind of like this song back, but it's not yacht rock. All right.
Yeah.
And I said no, and the yacht rock guy said it was 51.75. But it does have a bounce. Okay, great bounce. And Mark, who wrote this song?
Yeah, this was written by Neil Sedaka and Howard Greenfield. And they wrote it in 1973. And Toni Tennille loved the song when she first heard it. And in 75, her and her husband, Daryl Dragon, the captain, released it.
It's amazing that, by the way, that his real name is Daryl Dragon.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Why go with Captain? That's such an awesome name.
Well, he wasn't in a metal band.
That's true. They should have had Daryl Dragon perform the song.
But or the Dragon and Tennille would have worked. I think.
the Dragon and Tennille. It's like that would be like a Blackmore's Night style band.
You could picture the album cover, like her, and then
it'd be like a Boris Vallejo painting.
But this was their first single on a major label. Actually, they had just gotten a deal with A&M Records, and it's their signature song, and went to #1 in 1975.
It's a great song. Do you think it's included or considered yacht rock because of the captain? Like the imagery?
Because he always wore that hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that could be part of it.
But it also has the bounce,
Yeah.
So Nate, did you get the email I sent later today, actually?
Let me see.
Oh, okay. I guess not. But it relates to this.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, I do have that. Yep.
Okay.
So, do you want to set it up?
Sure. So I don't know if you remember this, Pete, but they actually released a Spanish version of the song, and Toni Tennille was singing it in Spanish.
Oh, really?
So I sent Nate a clip of it. And then I'll tell you a little story about this from 1975.
Let's see how she does here. It's like the Beatles had their early singles they sang in German because they were so big in Germany.
Yeah.
Is it the same backing track or a different one? That little
hard to tell.
Squiggly thing sounded a little different.
Hard to tell. The quality of this isn't as good, so I don't.
Interesting.
So what I was going to say is as I've mentioned many times, I grew up in the big city and went to inner city public schools. So I was in school with a lot of Hispanic kids, and so when this
sorry, that's the big city theme song.
That's the big city theme song. The hockey team that used to play in the big city, but So I was in school with a lot of Hispanic kids, with friends with them or whatever. And I remember when the Spanish version was out, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I can sing that in Spanish too." And I just started, and I went, "Oh, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho."
Nothing about a biblioteca?
No, but that killed with those fifth graders Hispanics.
He was absolutely murdering at school that day.
Yes.
All right. So the yacht metal version features Femme Fatale and George Lynch. So Femme Fatale is a band, an American rock band from Albuquerque. Yeah, Albuquerque. They're formed in 1987. Don't know much about them, apparently. Yeah, I don't know anything about them. So look them up. Look up Femme Fatale. Buy all the records. But we'll see how they do with George Lynch, renowned, a pretty metal guitarist, I'd say. So let's hear what they do. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's the next song. Never mind. Sounds really reminding me of somebody. It was a 90s metal band. Was it Hole? I don't know.
It's actually not bad.
I don't know if she's... Their guitarist was named Courtney Cox, but it wasn't the one from Friends.
Ah.
Oh, Nita Strauss was in the band. There's an Alice Cooper connection.
Okay.
John was shaking his head. You weren't. No.
No, that could have been any idiot playing guitar. That was terrible.
Yeah, it's weird to get George Lynch for that.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like nothing like George Lynch. Like, you could tell that was definitely punched in. Like, somebody's like, "Hey, George, you want to make $50? All right, yeah, play on that."
I hope they paid him a little more than that.
I don't know.
It looks like the band right now is just... It says the only current member it lists is Lorraine Lewis. So I'm assuming that was her. But there's other instruments obviously going on. But all right. Love will keep us together. Will love keep us together as we rank this song? Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay, Mark.
All right.
I defer to you. You will cut in first. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. I'll give it a 2.5.
2.5.
It was missing the bounce.
Mm.
Okay. Instead of doing, I can't. You'll cut that out and make me sound like a dork.
We'll put that together with Pops' thing, and that'll be your new jingle.
No, it was like clunk, 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 instead of a bouncy clunk, 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 clunk. If they made it bouncy clunk, 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 I would have been more impressed. All right. And everything sounded good. If you're going to call it yacht metal, you got to have, I think, the bounce, a little bit of the bounce. And I think that's what I found last week or whenever it was with some of these things. If you just play it straight and don't have that, the key characteristic, forgetting the who did the song or what year it came out or whatever, I think that might be a hard thing to do if you're a metal guy,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. 2.5.
I feel, and to run the risk of sounding like an old man, I feel like heavy metal drummers of 30 plus years ago, who came up before there was heavy metal, had more of a swing and had more of a bounce, and that's why that's one of the things about the newer metal stuff that I usually don't like. It's very robotic, like it could be just lined up on a grid, like it could be, and amazing drummers, amazing technical skills, but usually that groove is kind of missing for me. So that I could see that, like if they were doing this with heavy guitar tones and everything, but it had that same groove to it, how it could have worked a little bit better. Mark,
we'll give you ratings since you just talked about it.
Okay, yeah, I might as well. I'll give it a 2. The voice really reminded me of somebody, and I can't think of who it was. I agree. Like there was nothing about that guitar solo that would have stuck out to me at all. Like as being George Lynch. I mean, he's a very, very well respected, technically competent, amazing guitar player. And that was, to me, just kind of, like John said, almost anybody could have been playing it.
Was it the voice of the person that hired you to clean the church?
I think that was my dad. It was more like Volin told me to clean the church. But I got paid for it, so
Did you have to, like, when Mark left the company, he had to leave like his legacy and all? Did you have to do it for the next father's kid?
No, yeah, I think
to disinfect this and
training
that.
Yeah, I don't think I trained anybody. I don't know who took over for me, but and we didn't have trash pickup, so I would have to just take all the trash home and put it out with our trash.
Oh wow, taking out the trash.
Yep. All right, who's next? Mark.
Yeah, it's almost like I want to rate this. I'm gonna give it a 2.5, but I almost want to rate it higher just because I think compared to almost everything on the first side, I think it's better. And what I kind of liked is with a song like this, which is so familiar, but also so kind of sort of candy, sickly, sweet, poppy, that it could have easily turned into, sounded like a parody. But I kind of think no, they kind of the voice was it was distinctive, and I kind of liked what they did with it, just like mixing up the melody a little bit. So I was teetering on 3, but I guess I'll stay at 2.5.
All right.
But it's not bad. I mean, I would listen to it if it came on, the radio. I don't think I'd flip the dial.
All right, John.
I'll give it a 3.
All right.
I honestly would have given it higher, except for that terrible solo. I mean, it was just really, I don't know, it was uninspired. It just sounded like George Lynch was like noodling around. That was disappointing because I was kind of hoping for something more. But I liked it because it didn't sound like they were trying to shoehorn the sound of the original into whatever they were doing. Like they made it their own. They made some, there were some vocal choices and stuff where she didn't try and do what the original was doing, so it kind of rocked it up a little bit, and so I liked that. So it kind of stands on its own as like kind of a rock, kind of a punky, female vocalist type of song, like like a female punk rock band or something. I thought
Maybe
it was
it's L7. Is L7 the band I'm thinking of?
Maybe if you're talking 90s.
Yeah, might have been L7. I'll have to listen to some L7 in Hole after this. Not too much Hole though.
Just a little Hole.
Just a little taste. 'Cause I don't not just a big fan.
He just wants a little taste of Hole.
Ew.
Mark beat me to it.
All right,
yeah, I did,
right.
but also that connects with that thing of like the bands that in the old days they had the in front of them. It's like the Hole would just be
Hole.
like really bad.
The Hole.
Oh boy. Okay, so the next track up is a little song called "You Can Do Magic," and this one think we all know. What band performed this one, Pete?
America.
And who wrote it,
And
Mark?
Mr. Russ Ballard. Yep.
See, another Deep Purple connection.
oh,
Yeah.
Deep Purple /
I
Rainbow.
think this song is fantastic. Even though I didn't think it was really yacht rock, I said mid, and the yacht rock guys made it a 38 and a quarter.
38 and a quarter. Okay, yeah, I didn't have the ranking for that one. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe you spelled magic with a J.
Or with a CK.
Yeah, and this was kind of a comeback song for America because they hadn't had a hit in quite a while. It was 1982, went to number 8.
Oh, this is 82.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great song. It's one I remember listening to a lot. With all of these songs, I think I might have mentioned in the last episode, it's like you've heard them so many times, you just can't even imagine not hearing them. So they're so like part of the culture. I like this part.
Yeah.
Sing it.
Doop, doo, 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 doop. That was terrible. Yeah, this is a good one. So, yeah, this one. Oh, well, I won't get to that yet. But yeah, You Can Do Magic by America. Who's really America's just like the two guys, right?
Well, it started out as 3 guys. They were army brat kids in England or something, and they came together in like the early 70s.
Oh, they're British, don't you know?
No, Americans.
Oh, they were army brats in England. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then one of the guys said, "America, you guys are not Christian enough for me." And says, "Go pound sand." He left.
Yeah,
And,
You're not Christian enough for me.
Yeah, he became a minister, I think.
Wow, I guess and maybe you should have said, maybe I should be doing something besides being in a band.
Right.
Yeah. But they had great. Yeah, did they do that Horse with No Name, Mark? Was that them?
Yeah, Horse with No Name.
I'm sick of that song.
You know, and of course, Sister Golden Hair, which I've talked about on our show.
Love that song.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Also, Ventura Highway. It's another great one.
Oh,
we had that Ventura Highway when they did What Is Hip, when Warner Brothers took all their catalog, and we did an episode on this on the 7 News Weekly Countdown with Mark and Pete. I don't know, episode X, and it wasn't 10, and they did remixes of these things with these DJs, and that was it Sister Golden Hair that they did, Mark?
I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, but whatever. That's a great record. It was the original stuff with producers throwing crap around it. I love that record. It's around here someplace.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if there were 3 guys, if they each of them assumed a different country, like Canada, the U.S., and Mexico.
What were they playing? Risk?
If it was Risk, it would be like the Eastern, like there's only like 2 provinces in Canada.
Western Canada.
Yeah, like
I haven't played Risk in a long time.
I think one of them they call like Alberta, but it's like the entire western half of Canada. We played Risk over the holidays.
Next time you're out east,
we should. I had a blast playing it. Maybe because I just absolutely destroyed everybody. But I played with my dad and my 2 sons around the holidays. It was awesome. I hadn't played it in years.
Well,
all right.
I did hear a rumor. The reason why Mr. Trump wants Greenland, because if he controls that, he gets 5 extra armies on the beginning of his term.
Yes, it's the only thing anyone can conceive of, because Greenland is important in Risk. Okay, so we move on to the Yacht metal version. This is Phil Soussan, Mick Box again, and Mark, I guess, is it Lopez or Lopes? Oh, it's like he was from Metal Church. He's a singer in Metal Church. I don't know if he pronounces it Lopes or Lopez. I think people pronounce it Lopez when it's spelled Lopes. But here we go. You Can Do Magic. right. Well, this is metal for sure.
I never believed in things that I couldn't see. I said if I can feel it, then how could it be? No magic could happen to me.
Oh, I could see him totally doing this on stage, like with Dio, like pointing.
You took my heart, I couldn't
You know?
retrieve it.
I couldn't retrieve it, pulling it out of it.
Yeah, pulling it in like this with the closed fist. Ooh,
There you go.
that's Phil Susan on bass, right?
Yeah. That's kind of a new wave of British heavy metal sound to it, like a
Yeah.
You know time well when you cast your spell, you get your way when you hypnotize.
who's singing? Lopez?
Must be.
Stone that turns to clay.
I'm getting a total Dio vibe on this.
And they put in this little like guitar harmony thing that's not even a reference to the original song, which is kind of cool.
And when the rain is beating upon the window pane, and when the nights it gets so cold, when I can't sleep,
Yeah, I could picture Dio singing this.
I just see his hands doing all the things that they're talking about in the song.
Yeah, he's got the intonation like that same like kind of vibe as Dio.
And then he'd like sprinkle his hands, draw his fingers.
He's like standing over a crystal ball going like this. You know, like
Put
that
out the
rock and roll
fire.
children video, just
with your eyes, a heart of stone that turns to clay.
They made the choice not to do the do 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 do. It's not very metal.
yeah. It's probably a good call.
Do 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 do. Ow!
But now it's so clear to me. I can do magic. You can have anything that you desire. Magic. And you know who can put down the
I didn't know David Elfson from Megadeth is in Metal Church now.
when you cast your spell.
Oh, well, I learned something new.
When you hypnotize with your eyes.
The bass on this is probably the first bass I've noticed so far on the album.
Yeah, it's holding up the bottom end really well. Is this compressed like they were talking about the Whitesnake record?
Oh, it's gotta be. Yeah, well, not as bad as some. It's actually not like totally brick walled.
Because when I was listening to that Dot Rock cuts on the way home, I just noticed there was a lot of nothing sometimes. It was, you guys know how to talk about it better than I do, but it wasn't always in your face.
Yeah. Which is a good thing for me. But yeah, this one actually looking at it's not as most of the stuff on this album seems to be kind of like pared back a little. It's not just like a solid. I mean, it's definitely like normalized and compressed pretty high, but it's not like some of the things we've seen. All right, you can do magic. Who wants to do the magic of going first?
I'll go. I'm going to give this a 2. I actually did not like this one. When it first started, I was like, okay, this is sort of interesting what he's doing with the vocals, but then I didn't like the vocals, and this could be just because I really like the original, but the other part that really I didn't like is that John pointed out, you can do magic. And just took me out of the song,
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, It's interesting though. I do feel like so far everything on this side is better than the stuff we heard in the previous episode. I think, you know, it just sounds. It also sounds like I think I mentioned on the first track this episode. It sounds like more cohesive though. There were a few tracks on the first side that were just like you could tell they were recorded at different times and at different places. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I was just kind of skipping through the files to see if like were these all mixed and mastered independently. It looks like they were probably all mastered roughly probably by the same person, just so that there was a little consistency on the album. But like I said, not totally brick walled, which is good. All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I'll give it a 3.
All right.
Just this would be a great song. Like I was saying, I'm repeating myself. I could see Dio doing this. Okay. And, if you get, Heaven and Hell, Dio Sabbath doing this with Geezer Butler on the bottom end and Tony Iommi, it would have, that would have been a 5. Okay. But just because the imagery, the Dio imagery, that you get out of Long Live Rock and Roll and the record before it, help me out. The Rainbow record.
Rising.
Rainbow Rising.
Yeah, Rising. Okay. And it has such great potential. All right. I don't know who these people are that are doing this, but that would have been a good one, but it's too late. So.
Yeah, well, we have Mick Box again, and Phil Soussan, who worked with. I only know him really through his work with Ozzy, but John probably knows him best of all of us.
I mean, through Ozzy. That's about it. But I mean, I know that he's been around like for a while. I don't think he's done anything as notable as Ozzy, being an Ozzy, but.
Oh, this says Soussan initially played with Vince Neil in the fictional band Black Plague, formed for the movie The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Is that the Andrew Dice Clay movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Dickory dock. Oh, sorry, my dog is lying down on the off switch. Get out of
Great.
Didn't we reference Andrew Dice Clay very recently?
Maybe I can't remember.
We should send him a check for giving him all this exposure.
Yeah, right.
Okay, who's next?
I was trying to say, wasn't that a Joe Jackson album? The dog lies down on the off switch. Oh no, it's a Lamb lies down on Broadway.
Not Joe Jackson. All right, John.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give it a 3. I thought it was interesting. It had that really kind of like 19 like early 80s like new wave of British heavy metal feel to it for some reason. I think it might have been like the guitar line going through it. I don't know what was going on with the vocalist. He was very like, I don't know. I didn't like him that much because he did that thing that some of these other guys are doing. He's singing it like really like staccato. He's not holding his notes. It's like they sound very abrupt. They're like singing very abruptly. It sounds like very stilted, and not natural. I don't know if that's a result of like them, like not probably not all recording together or whatever. But it's, overall though, I mean, it's like again, this is another song where it's like, if you didn't play the original before it, right? And then I was hearing this, I'd just be like, oh wow, yeah, okay, that's that song.
Yeah.
Where I would have thought it was like just a regular metal or rock song or something. So I think that's a mark of a good kind of reimagining of it or interpretation of it. When like some of the songs that we did on the previous episode, it's just kind of like, yeah, this is at least with these people, this is not working as a yacht metal song. But this one worked pretty okay.
I'll give it a 3.5. I thought it was a good reimagining and making it your own. I liked that they didn't try to do the do 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 do, and they just did something else. Because if they had sung that, it would have been really weird in a metal sounding song. And if they had tried to emulate it with an instrument, it may have very well sounded ridiculous. And I see what Mark is saying. You can do magic. That was a little whatever. But overall, for trying to turn that song into a yacht metal song, I like how we're all just throwing around yacht metal as if it's a real thing. Oh, this is truly yacht metal, like it's existed for longer than a few weeks.
Yeah, I wanted to mention if the people who were behind, putting this record together want another idea, sap metal. Take all the sap songs.
That'd be like, run. You think you and Pete will have to fund that one?
I want to hear "Alone Again" naturally as a metal song.
Sap metal, I love it.
Precious and few.
This is. I think we got something going.
Shut up!
You got to tell that story. Have you told that story on this?
I think before? I might have one time, but it's just real quick. It's just picture teenagers listening to the radio but joking around, half listening, and then a song comes on, and the driver's like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up! I want to listen to this." And it's that Precious and Few.
Who was the driver?
I think I remember you telling me about. You mentioned that before. Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
It might have been when we were on your show.
It may have been, and obviously it was probably whatever his girlfriend liked the song or something. But it's like,
shut up, shut up,
shut up, shut up. Think you're gonna hear, I don't know.
I think the new Foreigner song is coming on or something.
Yeah.
All right, so the next track up is "Kiss You All Over." This is by the band Exile. And then I'm sure this is one of the great shirtless album covers. Although the guys on it look like the poor man's Mothers of Invention. Not a great looking group of guys.
Do you have that? Can you share it with the audience?
It's really small, but let me see.
Yeah, I know I've seen it because I had to research the song back.
Yeah, let me. I'll look for it while you wanna. Yeah, well, it's just this one that I can find, but
yeah, the song went to number one.
Yeah, 1978, and I said no, this is not yacht rock, and the yacht rock guys made it a 21.75.
So they agree,
Mark.
What was that?
How did we rate it?
We both went neutral on this one. Yeah, not bad, not great. Yeah, as I said, it went to number one, and I guess these guys were a country group from Kentucky, but this song was actually written by glam rock songwriters from the UK, Mike Chapman, who wrote and produced the song with his partner Nicky Chin, and they had hits with other bands like Sweet or The Sweet and Susie Quattro, and the band, they're kind of a one-hit wonder in terms of the top 40. They had one other song that made it to number 40 called "You Thrill Me," a little later than this. So,
we should do, even though it's 59 degrees down here, we should all take our shirts off like those guys on the LP cover.
Finish out the episode.
That's right. Orleans, okay?
Yeah.
There's that Grand Funk album where they have their heads superimposed on bodybuilders.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was
what's that? All girls, beware or something.
Yeah.
album. Yeah.
There's also the Al Cooper album, Act Like Nothing's Wrong, and on the cover it's like his head on this woman's body who's like doing this like pose, and on the back cover is his body with the woman's head. It's pretty good one.
That's like in Bongo Fury, the man with the woman head. Yeah. And that was another meme or meme, whatever they call those things.
Meme. Meme.
Isn't that a French grandmother?
Meme was my grandmother, yeah.
where I think it was after Daryl Dragon passed away, someone made a Captain in Tennille LP, where they got those pugs, and it was the cover of Trout Mask Replica from Captain Beefheart.
Tennille!
Oh man, yeah. So this is a kind of a classic. I would say this is probably the one I've heard the least of all these songs, although I've heard it quite a bit. This to me is like a song they put in a movie in like a joke part where they're trying to do something romantic, but it's kind of ridiculous. No, I can't remember. It seems to me like something they put in like a Adam Sandler movie when he has to like have sex with like a 80-year-old woman or something.
Ooh. That's not entertaining.
I mean, it's not like a real thing. It's just something I made up. It's something you can see happening in a Adam Sandler movie. Okay.
It's like, I don't want who wants to watch that. Who wants to watch that?
Pete's going to produce his own movie called That's Not Entertainment.
Pete, thou dost protest too much.
And then Adam Sandler would be like, oh no, I don't want to have sex with this 80-year-old woman.
Shabba-da-dooba-da.
That was a terrible. I don't know what I was doing. He's just like, oh, this 80-year-old woman and a piece of pie.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I give it a 53 on the Sandler or Yacht rating. Okay, so this cover is done by Tim Ripper Owens and Vinnie Moore.
Whoa, okay.
John's already ready. So here we go. Kiss You All Over.
Let me strap in here.
Can you tell me who they are, John?
Sounds like there's two sets of drums going on.
Well, Tim Ripper Owens was the replacement and vocalist in Judas Priest.
When I get home, babe, gonna light your fire. All day I've been thinking about you, babe.
Okay, this is him trying to show his range. He also guested on, I think, some Dio Disciples.
Yeah.
Shows or like,
wasn't he at the hologram shows?
Dio hologram shows, yeah.
I thought it sounded.
Back then, he was very touted as a very like metal singer. He was like the Rob Halford like sound alike.
Don't know what to do without you, babe. Don't know where to be. You're not just another lover, no, you're everything to me. Every time I'm with you, baby, can't believe it's true.
Mark's face. He's like, the hell am I listening to?
And Vinnie Moore, of course, a founding member of UFO.
Yeah, but Ripper Owens is a very acquired taste. Like he's got to be singing, I think, a very specific type of music to be tolerable.
It doesn't look like Mark's acquired the taste just yet.
No, it looks like he just smelled something rancid.
Well, when it first started, I thought he sounded like Zappa a little bit, but now I don't know what he sounds like.
So I think they shortened this one at least because the original isn't that long. Never mind.
I wish they would shorten it.
Love you.
I think this is another funny one. And I kind of feel bad because he's probably in there like in the vocal booth being like, I'm nailing it.
No, again, it seems like it's like the last scene of an Adam Sandler movie. And like the band, they didn't like the band was supposed to show up, but they got this band instead accidentally. And it's supposed to be like a wedding. And it's like a metal band doing this song.
And Adam Sandler's in the back room. Oh, take off your bathrobe, lady. You're all the women.
And he's like,
I didn't know it was gonna be this band!
Oh, shabby-doo, shabby-doo.
It was like they didn't have a metal ending, and it's quick, we gotta add a quick heavy metal ending.
oh boy, who wants to go first on that one?
I'm going to give
Nobody.
it a 2.
Who dares?
Pete's giving it a 2.
I'm going to give it a 2. I really like the way it started with that, this low voice and, hey, baby, come to my yacht because I want to kiss you all over and get seasick on you. And then it went downhill from there. I mean, the guitar at the end was pretty good. It's not yacht rock, and you'll hear it on the XM yacht rock channel. Misplaced, but I'm sorry, Mr. Ripper. Better luck next time, friend.
Better luck.
My father worked with a guy. His last name was actually, we did too. It turns out my father worked with this guy, and then Pete and I worked with. I don't know if you remember him, but it was this guy's nephew. The last name was Della Ripa, and the nickname was the Ripper. My father worked with the Ripper. He's like
Frank.
What was his?
No,
name?
I'm talking about the one that we worked with.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah.
All right, Mark, what are you gonna rank this one?
I'll give it a 2. I was so kind of distracted by the vocals that it was hard for me to listen to the music behind it. I kind of like the music behind it. I almost like if you could cut out the vocals, it sounded like it was kind of a cool instrumental interpretation of the song. But yeah, those vocals just, I don't know, just really kind of irritated me, baffled me, as I guess you said in my Facebook.
Yeah, baffled was,
Put up the Rory Gallagher calling card album.
All right, John.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 2 as well. This song didn't work at all. Ripper Owens is like a good he's a good singer, but not for this. I mean, he's got a really specific kind of voice, and unfortunately for him, it's just like it's only like really menacing type metal songs. And I mean, even like I feel like he's talented enough where he could have like altered his voice, but he's like, no, I'm doing my Ripper shtick, and so he had to do like that kind of really menacing. And this song did not need menacing, and
it's I'm gonna menacingly kiss you all over. Yeah, it takes on
kiss you all over.
Yeah, it takes it to a different level because you kind of assume it was a romantic song and that the woman was a willing participant, and this is like
this made it sound unwilling.
I'm gonna kiss you all over.
Sexual
with my
assault.
chapped lips and cold sores.
But it's like, I guess to compare him to like say like Rob Halford, right? And because that's who everybody compared him to in the beginning is like Halford could sing like at least in the early days too, like really kind of a like a ballady type song, like really switch to the music, kind of like Dio, kind of like really other powerful vocalists could, and it just doesn't seem like he. I feel like he could. I think that he just didn't want to. He's like, I gotta stay in this metal persona, and it's just, it sounded funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could describe it.
To be fair, this is a tough one, I think, to interpret as a metal
Yeah.
song. These guys had a country background, first of all, and I think you hear a little bit. I thought I even heard a little bit of that in this version, like a little bit of country, oddly. But
I don't think anyone had a gun to their head that they had to do this song. I mean, they could have, there's hundreds of songs they could have picked from. They didn't need to pick this one.
I wonder how they picked these.
Maybe they did pick them and then kind of assign them out. Who knows?
Yeah. I wonder how that was done.
They probably listen to XM radio, which gets it all wrong.
Yeah.
Well, they just say these songs are up for grabs, and then people on a sign up sheet, like, oh, I want in on that one.
They did like a Yankee swap, right? Like
Maybe
it was like the potluck we had we had a New Year's potluck yesterday, and I did not participate because there are 3 columns: main dishes, desserts, and appetizers, and then $5. All right.
So
you're going to go out and you're going to spend $20, 25, $30 on stuff, and then your time, and then cleaning your kitchen, and then schlepping it in and bringing it out, and I'm like, because I did it like 2 times ago, and I brought donuts in, because it was like a morning lunch thing. Okay. Donuts they're not cheap anymore.
No.
All right. So I and I probably gave him a $20 bill, paid with cash, and like gave him the change for a tip. And I spent $20. And then a colleague of mine said, who's first in line? The people that gave $5.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. And so how does a $5 bill but you know what I did do? I brought into work earlier this week on Tuesday after the snowstorm a roll of dimes, which is $5. Okay?
You just mentioned that in the chat earlier.
Roll of dimes to the people. Here's my $5, and have them deal, or go to the vending machine and get 4 bags of chips.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, $5 is a steal.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this one a 1.5.
Ooh,
yes.
Sorry. not feeling it. I think for one thing, the drums sounded very clumsy when it first started. It sounded like they were falling all over themselves. It sounded like there were 2 drum tracks going on, like Hot for Teacher, except not good. And yeah, and as far as I can tell, I don't know that Vinnie Moore even knew he was recording the song. Like, I think he could have just been playing some guitar and they could have been recording it and said, we'll just stick it on that song afterwards. Like, it just didn't seem like, not that the playing was bad. It just seemed like he was just noodling around, or maybe he just did a 1 pass on it with no vocals and said, I don't know, just fade me in and fade me out whenever you want. That's all I got. Who knows how they recorded it, but yeah, not the strongest yacht metal material.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to make a yacht metal song, you got to take that into account. Like we're the masters of yacht metal now. Shoot, I can't.
Are we the first ones to review this album?
No, I think we're not.
Why were the authorities? Oh, you have some reviews at the end.
No, that was the Yacht Metal Blues Authority.
Yeah.
The LA Yacht Metal Authority.
All right. Well, before we move on, we're going to thank our next round of patrons. We do have to thank our core level patrons. Coming in at the $6.99, the Nice Price Plus tier, Spike the Rock Cat's Ghost and Sugar Tea. At the episode $6.66 tier, we have Steve Coldwell.
I hardly know you. Where do you think I'm from? Manville?
Arthur Smith.
Getting support from the patron Arthur Smith.
And Charles Meadows at the $6.65 almost evil tier. We have Kenny Wymore, Richie Sucksmith, and Sarah Jane.
Hello, Sarah Jane.
At the 70 Norwegian kroner tier, we have Kai Runa, yes, I'm Norwegian, Olsen. At the $5.99, the nice price tier, Adrian Hernandez.
Hernandez error.
Hey, who the hell are you?
And Scalloped Strat Matt. At the 60 kroner Scandinavian Nights tier, we have DJ Newt Martin Johansson. At the €5.50 tier, Merline Rota. At the £4 Lucy 4 tier, we have Duncan Leask.
Hungry horse, hungry horse.
At the $5 money lender tier, John Convery, German Heindel, Jesper Alman, Alexei the Perfect Stranger, Slepikov, Kev Roberts, Scott Zerns, Cynthia Doobie, Raf Calf.
My Czechoslovakian is not so good.
Coyote Bongwater. John Maselli.
They're making salad dressing.
Sarah Sanders.
No, Kelly Clarkson!
Jelly Bean, Evan Robeson, Purple Swede.
Sweet, 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 sweet.
And Ralphie Lee.
I'm not a rich man, and I'm not your friend, Rich, either.
Thank you so much to all of you for your generous support of the Deep Purple podcast. All right, as we head into the home stretch, we have Moonlight Feels Right. Guys, what do you think about this song?
Did you miss number 10?
Oh, I'm sorry. We have Sailing. Another Deep Purple reference.
Nate's trying to speed through it.
I was. Sailing by Christopher Cross, who who maybe did or maybe didn't once fill in for Richie Blackmore on stage, depending on who you ask. Christopher Cross and Eric Johnson say that he did. John Lord says he did not.
John Lord.
I believe Jonathan Douglas Lord.
I mean, I would too, but it's really weird that Christopher Cross and Eric Johnson, who are both like still guys who are around and are well respected, like, why would they make that up? It's just weird.
Well, this came out in 1979. Of course, Christopher Cross. I said, yes, this is yacht rock. And the Yachtski guys say 94.5.
Doesn't get too much more yacht rock than that.
Yeah. And Christopher Cross took his LP, with it wasn't a penguin. What was in the front? What's that thing with the legs? It's a flamingo.
Flamingo.
A flamingo.
Thing with the legs.
Is it weird that I knew what he was talking about?
He went home with all these Grammys, okay, and new artist of the year and all this stuff, and then MTV happened. And he was dead because he was not svelte and didn't have metal hair.
No, he doesn't. He does. Yeah, he didn't have he had a look for radio.
That's right.
Yeah.
I heard this joke today, which my wife asked me to stop acting like a flamingo, so I had to put my foot down. So. Yeah.
Yeah. That best new artist Grammy is like the Kiss of Death a lot though.
Well, I mean, Christopher Cross did okay.
Yeah.
Well, but it kind of like this, he peaked and then kind of faded away. After. It's the Kiss of Death in terms of like you're not going to keep getting Grammys for the next 10 years,
Yeah, true. It's the Grammy Kiss of Death. No, go ahead.
You made a bad joke, but I just realized that Pops made a bad joke earlier today, and it's appropriate for the episode.
What is it?
And the song. So he said, "What do you say when a man falls off a boat?
What?
Man overboard.
Right. What do you say when a woman falls off a boat?
Woman overboard?
Full speed ahead.
my
Typical old school humor. Get her right. Leave her behind. Women, babe. All they do is nag.
My brother, he sends jokes once in a while that he makes up, and he goes, "Oh, I'm launching a new senior citizens dating site. It's going to be called Carbon Dating."
That's pretty good. He made that up. That's good.
Yeah.
Carbon. That's good. All right, so we've heard this song. We're familiar. I mean, this one was another one. Most of these songs are songs I heard all throughout my childhood, on and off. Like, there's not a lot that, except maybe the next song, but we'll get to that. All right, so the metal version, Yacht Metal, is done by Babylon AD.
Yikes. Sounds heavy.
It does sound heavy, right?
And that's it?
This is it.
No special guests with
No,
Babylon
yeah,
AD?
just Babylon AD, which is a band.
Not Babylon AD and Chips Enough, or...
Wait a minute.
This sounds like someone at church doing a solo.
This isn't the same song.
No, it's not.
I got confused by this when I first looked at this. They're doing the Rod Stewart had a hit with Sailing.
Yeah, this is Rod Stewart.
This is the Rod Stewart. Yeah.
So did we listen to the wrong original?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't listen
and Rod
to
Stewart's not right. Yacht Rock.
Right. I mean, Christopher Cross is definitely more yacht rock than.
Yeah, see, I just assumed, and I didn't listen to any of the Yacht Metal versions before we recorded, so I assumed it's got to be Sailing by Christopher Cross, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Or maybe Sail Away by Deep Purple.
Sail Away by Styx before that.
All right, I'm going to give this. I'm coming in at a 1.5.
You're already ranking it.
Yeah, I mean, because they picked the wrong song. Rod Stewart's not from Southern California. He's an Englishman, don't you know?
Yeah, Englishmen, don't you know, are not yacht rock.
Yeah. You know, it's like Jerry Rafferty was on the Yacht Rock Deep tracks, this afternoon. Love Jerry Rafferty, all right? He ain't yacht rock.
Well, if you can see what I'm holding up on Channel 18, it's wine gums. So the quintessential British
Are those
treats.
Suppositories?
I hope not, because I've been eating them.
Yum. What are wine gums?
They're it's like a British gummy candy, sort of.
Yeah, this is a head fake. This is a total head fake fail, all right, by the producers. I love Rod Stewart.
Pete's pissed.
And
I wonder if it was a screw up. They said, "Oh, go record a metal version of Sailing," and they and the British, and they're like a British heavy metal band. They're like, "Oh yeah, we know that, Rod Stewart."
I'm going down the yacht rankings. There's a Michael Johnson Sailing Without a Sail, In Sync Sailing, which I don't know about that. Robert Palmer Sailing Shoes, which is a good track.
Oh, that's a Little Feat song.
They don't even rank this one.
Yeah, because it's not even close.
Yeah.
Let's have him do Maggie May and Stay With Me. Next. How about some faces?
Maggie May. I know somebody who does a good version of that.
As I'm driving home the other day listening to the 70s Weekly podcast, And then all of a sudden I hear my own voice coming back at me going, "Oh, Maggie, I wish I..." Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is just kind of baffling why they would do this.
So are we talking about the song choice?
I don't know. I think this is basically a dealer's choice. However you want to rank this. Pete has already decided he's ranking it based on the fact that it's a bad pick.
This is like bait and switch, you know. This is like I'm going to buy a Cadillac, and they give me an Oldsmobile. All right.
Yeah. Well, it's like they had a song like "What a Fool Believes," but it's it's some different band that's doing it. It's like "What a Fool Believes." It's on one of Paul Simon's early albums or something, and you're like, no, this is not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So it's funny. This
I mean, the
song
guy
was.
He sounds like Rod Stewart. Like he sounds like he's doing a Rod Stewart, I should say.
Yeah. The Rod Stewart, his song, that was covered by Robin Trower in 1976. So maybe that was a good version.
Boom, boom, out go the lights. Isn't that him?
Joan Baez also did this one.
Yeah, but it's like, did they just think, oh, it's got the word sailing in it, close enough?
Yeah.
But like, I like the theory that they're just like, oh, this is not. I thought when we said sailing, they would obviously know which song it was, and they got this in. They're like, ah, shit. Do you want to call Babylon AD? No, we'll throw it on the album.
Yeah. Or maybe they couldn't get the rights to cover it. The other one,
no,
you know?
because all you got to do is pay the publisher. You know, it's,
yeah.
I mean, they paid for all these other ones. They would have had to pay for this one too.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Maybe Rod gave them a discount. Hey, maybe if you put it on the yacht metal, mate. You know,
or maybe we
can play soccer together.
Maybe Christopher Cross heard it and was like, no, there's no way you're doing this. They already printed the sleeves, so they were like, we got to find another song called Sailing.
Yeah.
Rod Stewart came to the rescue. Sailing.
Maybe Christopher Cross is just like, you don't believe I filled in for Richie? Can't use my song.
All right, John, what do you rank this one? We know what Pete's saying.
I'll give it a 2.5. Without really having much point of reference. It reminded me of the type of like power metal ballads that came out when we were in like junior high. So like if you told me that was one of those, like I would have been like, yeah, okay, it makes sense. Like it sounds like something they would have played at the 8th grade school dance. That's the vibe that I got from it. Just like the guitar solo, the singing, the pick scrape, before he was, you're just like, yeah, it's whatever,
It killed at the 8th grade school dance.
I bet.
Mark, what do you think?
I'm going to go 2.5. So I am familiar with the Rod Stewart version, and it didn't seem. I think John put it the best. It actually seemed like a kind of cover from that 80s period metal ballad thing that was just rather generic. Wasn't bad, but didn't do anything with the song really to make it more metal.
Yeah, I'll agree. I will give it I'll meet you in the middle and give it a 2. Just partially with Pete's kind of rationale of you picked the wrong song, dummy. And yeah, like it's there's nothing wrong with I'm familiar with the Rod Stewart one. I have not heard it nearly as much as the Christopher Cross one, but I just don't understand how you can pick a song called Sailing. It's really baffling to me how you could get it that wrong.
I'm just so disappointed. I feel
now I'm leery of the next 3 songs. Or like any of the other ones going to be a bait and switch.
It's like buying Slaves and Masters and wanting Ian Gillan on it, and I got JLT. You know?
Yeah. It would be curious to know if they wanted to do the crisscross one because again, yacht metal, and it's like, it's not a yacht rock song, but the other one is probably
it's maybe the second most. It's probably the number 2. I don't know where it is on Yacht or Yacht. It's it's in the top 10 for sure, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't get much more yacht rock than that. But I'm pretty sure there's only one song called Moonlight Feels All Right. Or Feels Right. Is it Feels Right or Feels All Right?
Feels right.
Feels right.
Okay.
Yeah. So this came out in 1976, Starbuck. I call this mid, and before I looked up the Yachtski scale, they give this a 52 on the Yachtski scale. So, I would like to have Blackmore's Night do this because they're always doing Underneath the Violet and Moonlight Feels Right Moon. And the winter, did you guys look outside tonight? We're almost at a full moon.
Oh, wow.
Incredible. And it's so freaking cold.
They could have had Ozzy do this, bark at the moonlight. Feels right.
I like under the violet, Moonlight Feels Right. Yeah, this one is one I don't remember necessarily hearing when I was a kid, but I remember hearing it for the first time as an adult, and when the little xylophone solo comes up later, that's kind of very distinguishing characteristic of the song. It's very unusual. Outside of Frank Zappa, you don't hear a lot of xylophone or marimba solos of this length.
What did we do, Mark, on this? Do we have a ranking?
We both went good on this one. I love this song. I loved it when it came out, and I always like hearing it.
And what year did you say it was again?
1976.
Okay.
76 went to number 3, and when this song was on,
xylophone.
Is it, or maybe it's a marimba? I don't know.
No, xylophone.
Is xylophone?
No, I was just gonna say that when it was on the American Top 40, Kasem said it was promoted as the first rock song ever to feature the marimba.
Oh. Yeah, because the xylophone's more like they're metal bars, and this sounds like those wooden.
Yeah.
Didn't you always hear this on the Brady Bunch? The
marimba?
Yeah.
Not this song, but yeah, marimba. There was a lot of marimba. They had Ruth Underwood doing Foley work in the background.
I'm going to be interested to hear what whoever did this, how they handled the.
How they handle the I mean, I guess I can get into it now, which is the guitar player of note is I don't know if Mark and Pete are going to know him, but I know John will. Chris Poland, who was the original lead guitarist for Megadeth. He is, and he actually has like a jazz background, and he after Megadeth went and did like a bunch of jazz music, and then went back into Megadeth in the early 2000s. So he's a very, very talented guitarist, and then he's playing with the band Tantric, which I do not know, but I think it's another one of the bands from this label. They are from Louisville, Kentucky. They were formed in 1998. So I guess we could just roll right into it. Moonlight Feels Right, featuring Chris Poland and Tantric.
I love this intro. It's metal.
Wow. The vocals are like spot on, but in his own style, though.
What does it sound like? Like Iggy Pop or something? No, really, it's got some
yeah.
gruff, no nonsense type of.
Oh, wow. Hugo Ferreira, it looks like, is the singer.
All right.
Hugo Ferreira?
Yep.
Like a
He's
Hungarian Spanish guy?
He's younger than us. Yeah, he is. He was born in Portuguese Angola. Hugo Fernando da Silva Ferreira.
Yeah, okay. Like Adelino, Mark.
Oh yeah.
We know a Portuguese Angolan. Great guy. You better be building to something with a marimba.
Yeah, that's going to be the big. Although it's.
Can't believe they played Rod Stewart before.
Heat is still on it.
he's gonna give this song a lower ranking just because it comes after the Rod Stewart song.
10 minutes later, Rod, damn it, Rod Stewart.
Spoiler alert, this is doing nothing for me if that was supposed to be the marimba. You know?
Well, I guess what do you do, right? You can't. It's hard to emulate that.
I think John Lord could have done something.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
I can't imagine him saying yes to doing this album, but
or somebody like a heavy keyboard, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's not shredding in the background, but
That's kind of like mellow shredding, though. Pete's like, yeah, whatever.
All right, who wants to go first?
1.5.
1.5. Oh my goodness, the marimba really threw you off, huh?
At least they did the same song that we thought it was. Okay. All right. So that's
a low
the
bar.
One. And the half. Nate, are you drinking Polar Springs from Worcester?
I am.
You get it all the way out there, or did you bring it home from?
No, you can get it out here now. We used to stock up when we went out to visit, but you can get it out here now. Family made since 1882.
Great.
You couldn't get it west of the Hudson or something?
You're eastbound and down, loaded up and running.
Yep. Jen used to stock up when we were visiting Rhode Island because she loves it.
Does that come out of the Quabbin Reservoir for Worcester? Or do they have their own reservoir? Or is that Boston?
I don't know. We'll have to save that for the food podcast.
Nice tie-in to Chris Poland on the guitar.
Yeah, that's right. Well, this is it's not Poland Spring, it's Polar.
Chris Polar.
Chris Polar.
Polar, yeah.
Polar, yeah. Yeah, so this leaves me wanting more.
Fair enough. Mark?
Yeah, I'm with Pete on this one. I'll give it a 2.
Okay.
I sort of like the intro when it came in, but what I didn't like is the problem is I really like the original song, and they removed the elements that I liked from the original song. So
they took the soul out of it. Yeah.
When he goes, "Moonlight feels right," they did this like crappy little like 80s heavy guitar thing that was just like such a letdown instead of what the original did, you know. That's like iconic, and this had that not in there. And then yeah, you're just wondering what they're going to do for the marimba solo, and it's just like, I don't know, do something, a different instrument, a heavy instrument, something, but not just a guitar solo. So yeah,
Make it a bass solo.
yeah, something different. Well, yeah, or some kind of different percussion, even, you know. But I think a heavy organ in there would have been the thing to do.
Yeah. But does metal, I wouldn't consider Deep Purple metal. Okay, it has elements of it, from what I know, growing up in the '80s and such. There was '70s stuff, and then the '80s came along and really invented metal. And they never had keys, unless they were, behind the curtain,
Right.
hidden and had no credits. Okay.
Yeah.
Unlike bass flute or whatever the hell that was on Born Again.
That was just a regular flute.
No, it was bass effects and flute.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Ah, yes,
Flute.
yes.
Supposedly.
Which was buried under a bunch of other noise.
Yeah, but it's
this is just the like, for this song in particular has so many specific elements that are really the original, that are really likable, that I think if you just totally leave those out and don't pay homage to it in some way, it just kind of ruins it. Not that you have to do the exact same song as a cover. We talk about that's not great either, but just you're kind of expecting something and you just don't get it. Leaves you flat.
Well, that's why just the two of us was so good. All right, in my opinion. So from the last episode.
Yeah.
All right, John.
Well, I'm gonna be a little more generous and give it a 3. It threw me off too, like Mark, that you didn't have that signature da 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 da, and but after a while I got used to it in like the throughout the song, and I'm like, okay, I see, like the song is going for like that a different vibe, like I missed it at first, but then I'm thinking to myself, like, how could they have, with how they did it, how would they have done that? Like I'm guessing maybe they tried to do it on like different positions on the guitar, and they're like, nah, it doesn't sound right, because in my head I'm thinking like, oh, I wonder how they're going to do this, and then they just didn't do it, probably because it didn't fit, which is fine for a cover. It's what made it kind of different. And I actually thought the guitar solo was pretty tasteful. I mean, it wasn't, they didn't try to do anything original with it. Like the whole, original version of the song was very different. But I think that, like you pointed out, is that Chris Polar is a really, Chris Poland. Chris Poland is a really accomplished guitar player, and so I heard him like kind of like taking space between the notes and playing really intentionally. Like it didn't sound like he was noodling around. It sounded like he was actually trying to do something similar. So I can respect that, without them trying to throw in something different, like do some kind of percussion thing, or keyboard, or even like duplicating it. So. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty decent try. It wasn't like great, but I mean, I liked it a little more than these guys.
I'll give it a 3 as well. I thought it had a cool vibe to it, but I totally get and also miss those things. I wish the guitar solo had been more in keeping with the kind of frantic energy of that marimba solo. Because it's very, and he was doing more of his just kind of his thing, which as a guitar solo was good, but it didn't make you think not that he had to play the same notes. It would have just been cool if he was playing something more in that rhythm,
in that vein. Yeah.
So next up we have Fooled Around and Fell in Love.
Well, I said this was not
Yacht Rock. I didn't find it on the sheet at all.
And the Yachtski, it's NA, doesn't exist.
Yep. So that right there is a bad sign.
1975, and Mark will get into a little bit more details. But this is the Elvin Bishop. This is Elvin Bishop, and I think Mark, you reposted something on the Twitter or the Yachts, not the Yachtski, on the Blue Sky.
Blue Ski.
Yeah, maybe just showed up in my feed somehow, but they had a live recording of this that you had in the video. And who's the singer? Who's the singer? Where did the singer make his money? Not in the
Elvin Bishop?
Elvin Bishop group.
Yeah, so the singer is Mickey Thomas from Jefferson's Starship, and just Starship, so on. We built this city and nothing's going to stop us now. Those hits he was the singer on. Yeah, this one, it got to number 3 in 1976. And of course, Elvin Bishop, he's a blues guitarist who played in the Paul Butterfield Blues Band before forming his own group in 68.
Yeah, what were our ratings on this, Mark?
This was, we both went good. This was Elvin Bishop's only top 40 hit, but he's in both the Rock and Roll and Blues Hall of Fames.
I would say
Mickey Thomas is great here.
Mickey Thomas sings Jane, which is one of my favorite songs of the 70s. If I had to probably a top 10 song of the 70s for me. Incredible song. This is a really good song.
How that little thing they just did there, that little break shows up on whoever does this.
But are they going to do it like a metal bum with like double bass drum?
We'll find out.
We will find out. So to tell you about the version we're about to hear, this one features Ross the Boss, who's a guitarist and founding member of the punk band The Dictators and the heavy metal band Manowar.
Okay.
Isn't Manowar, isn't that the one where they're like all like flexed up? Or is it that different? Or is that Sabotage?
I don't know.
You know the one where they're all like,
yeah,
like all
can't tell the difference.
Like shirtless and all oiled up and muscly on the
like
the album covers.
That record that Mark was talking about, the
Grand Funk,
the Grand Funk.
Yeah.
All the ladies of the world beware, I think it's called, actually.
Yeah. The only thing this song has going for it with yacht rock is it has the word fool.
Yeah.
In it. Okay.
Quite a bit, yeah.
It's almost like they used AI to determine what yacht rock is, and it's like a song about sailing. It's like they're getting pieces of it correct. All right, so let's go right into Fool Around and Fall in Love featuring Ross the Boss and... did I mention... Oh yeah. And most importantly, we are the Deep Purple Podcast. Singer on this one is Doogie White.
Oh.
So here we go. Fooled Around and Fell in Love.
You got to stop the other one first.
Yeah, sorry.
Isn't Doogie White Scottish?
Aye.
It's not crap.
If it's not Scottish, it's crap. What is that guitar? It sounds almost like a synth that's making that noise.
No, I think it's a guitar.
Well, Ross the Boss does not look like he's going to be posing the same way he did on those early Manowar album covers. No. But yeah, Google Manowar, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They're very like fantasy, dressed like barbarians. Look like they're in a Boris Vallejo.
Like tick O or of?
Yeah, Manowar, all one word, no apostrophes.
Oh, Man-O-W-A-R. Okay. goodness.
Oh yeah.
You know, when we saw Deep Purple and Loverboy opened up for him, what was that, Mark? No. Loverboy opened up for
Sammy Hagar.
Yeah. Remember how fat the Loverboy guy was? Okay. This picture I'm looking at kind of looks like the Loverboy guy.
I was like,
oh my God, this is gross.
They had Chris Farley playing. They had Chris Farley playing Simon Le Bon on a Saturday Night Live. Like, you know,
he was like holding on to his cod piece in one picture. It's like I can't see that.
That's quite some cod pieces.
Who wrote this song, Mark?
This was, I think Elvin Bishop did write this one. Himself, yeah.
Oh, they did it.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. They did it later, though, didn't they?
I hear a little Axl Rose in this.
But a pretty faithful straight cover, not necessarily too metalized.
Yeah.
I think Doogie White sounds great.
He does, yeah. All right. So what do we think of Fooled Around and Fell in Love?
I'll go. I'll give this one a 3, actually. I kind of like what they did with it musical. You know, the original sounds it sounds really bluesy, and this kind of had the same kind of bluesy vibe with some really nice guitar in the background. And you know, I think the vocals walked the edge for me between being like having fun with it, but not going over the edge where it was ridiculous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll also give it a 3. It's not yacht rock, but I would not turn the station, all right, and go to Traffic and Weather together. Unless I was stuck in traffic and it was snowing.
All right, John.
I'll give it a 2.
Oh man,
I wasn't impressed.
No.
I mean, it was like, it sounded a lot like the original, which was fine, but it's just like I didn't really like care for the vocals that much.
Would you call this the lazy blues song on the record?
No, maybe not that bad, but yeah, no, I just didn't really like it.
Didn't grab you.
No.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I thought Doogie was great. I thought the guitar was great. Yeah, I would say my main criticism is what Pete already touched on, which is wouldn't consider it a yacht rock song. It's a cool kind of 70s sort of throwback to the 50s sounding kind of song. But I've always liked that one.
Yeah, it's a fantastic song.
Yeah.
Mark, remind me, what did we do again? I'm sorry. I forgot.
We both went good on this, on the original. Yeah. Okay. I like the original.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to bring us to our final track, Thunder Island. And this might be the one maybe that I'm probably the least familiar with. Like I know the song, but it's not as ubiquitous, I don't think, as the others that we've heard.
Well, it's from 1977. It was all over the radio. I know all the words, okay? And because I never went to an island or a beach, and it was fantasy. La, 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 my baby. Jay Ferguson. I said, no, this is not yacht rock, and the Yacht Ski guys gave it a 45.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Mark, how did we rate it? What do you know about this song?
So I went good on it. I didn't have a rating for you. I think this was on a very early episode of ours.
When I didn't rate, yeah.
Yeah. But it went to number 9 in 1978, actually. It's funny, Jay Ferguson sounds like somebody you and I worked with, Pete.
No kidding. I think there is a guy named Jay Ferguson.
Okay. But he was...
Are you sure it's not the same guy?
Yeah, I don't know. We did have... There was a connection to that song Brandy, and the drummer worked at... The studio drummer worked as a janitor at the company that our company bought.
Oh, geez, really?
They said they'd have the company Christmas parties and he'd get up and play like Brandy. Like with
really?
The band. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Anyway, yeah.
Well, this song has Joe Walsh on guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Joe Walsh sound, yeah.
Yeah. And Jay Ferguson was an original member of the 60s band Spirit, which had the 1968 hit I Got a Line on You. I really like that song.
Spirit. There's another... That's another connection. That's what's his Randy, California.
Oh, okay.
Another Deep Purple connection. We're covering all the guitarists who have filled in for Ritchie Blackmore, some with more documentation than others.
Yeah, so this was Jay Ferguson's biggest hit, but he did land in the top 40 once more with Shakedown Cruise that went to number 31. And yeah.
Well, Cruise, that is a yacht rock key.
Yeah.
It's in the acronym list.
So the yacht metal version, this is the final track on the album. The yacht metal version features Canadian heavy metal band from Vancouver called Thor, which is an awesome name. I can't believe there wasn't already a band named Thor, but they have a guest guitarist, a gentleman by the name of Steve Morse.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, I like that they kept that.
Yeah, I do too. And I like the bass. Bass is great.
Sounds good.
This band appears to have 7 members, 4 guitarists.
Jesus.
And yet they had Steve Morse come in as a 5th guitarist.
That's more than Skinner.
Jeez.
Probably just to play the solo. Which I wonder if it's going to be...
It's like, sorry, we only have 4 guitarists and none of them are just up to the solo on Thunder Island.
Yeah, but do you really need 4 guitar players in this song? There you go.
There we go, yep.
I can hear the bass in this too.
Yeah, this is the only one of 2 songs where really the bass has stood out. The other one being the Phil Soussan one.
milady.
This band's been active since 1971.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. Any hits in Canada?
That's when Pop saw Alice Cooper, right?
I'm trying to see. I don't see a lot of chart activity.
No, I've been to Vancouver twice. I never saw him in a club. And again, I never went to a club in Vancouver.
All right. Who wants to go first ranking Thunder Island?
I'm going to give it a 2.5.
Okay.
And we saw Steve Morse. Was it this fall, Mark? Or was it last spring? No, we saw Neil Bonnet. No, Neil Bonnet's the NASCAR driver. Graham Bonnet. Yeah,
and
it was
we worked with Jay Ferguson. Yeah,
that's right. And I kind of wish that Steve Morse would have played this song, because and he's a fantastic guitar player, and it was great for Deep Purple, and the Dixie Dregs and stuff. But I kind of got bored at that show. It was great to see everyone. I got scared out of my britches by Rich. But yeah, nice job by it's mid.
All right, Mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2.5 as well. Again, this one is almost just like they did a little harder version than the original. The vocals I liked for the most part, but it really bothered me the way he kept kind of overemphasizing Thunder Island when he got to it.
Thunder Island. Yeah, it was very well enunciated.
It's like, if you forget the name of the song, it's Thunder Island.
Well, isn't thunder, like one of the words that is all over metal?
Yeah. Thor, isn't Thor the god of thunder or whatever?
Oh yeah, maybe that's why he was really driving it home.
Yeah.
But is he the Greek god or the Roman god?
The Norse god. Norse god. Norse god. Norse god.
Is he related to Aquaman?
Yeah, he might be. He might be.
Your last episode, you really diss Bono and Aquaman.
Aquaman catching strays. Yeah, and you know what? I don't regret either one of those. I will give this one. I'm going to go with another 3.5. I'm feeling generous, and I think they captured the feeling of the song really well. Not honestly, I don't even know if I would have picked. There was a little bit of Steve Morse in there, but I don't know if I would have even picked up that it was him. And usually, he's a when he does those little runs. He's pretty, but he did a little flash of one, but it wasn't. But a great solo. He played exactly for the song. Just wasn't. I would have wished he was a little more Steve Morse. Just to really drive it home. As much as they drive home Thunder Island. So I think that means, since we've got all the songs in, while John fumbles with the spreadsheet.
Did John rate this one?
No, John didn't rate this.
No, Nate forgot about me, so.
Yeah, and you forgot to ask. Nate also forgot to ask me about the plumber.
It's because he put in the plumber.
Oh yeah, the opening
name. You're slipping.
Oh my god!
All right, well, yeah, me first and then Pete. So I give it a 3. Yeah, I put it. That's what I get for putting in my friggin' rating ahead of time.
He put it in ahead of time, so I just saw it and was like, okay, we're moving on.
No, I give it a 3. I thought it was a pretty I thought it was a pretty okay cover, but it was like I would say average. I don't think anything special about it, but not nothing offensive. I mean, I like the way that it
Nothing
started.
offensive.
It had a promising start. It had a promising start to it. So I'm like, all right. Like I said, very, I would say mostly faithful to the original. Pretty good.
All right.
Pete Plumber.
Pete. Oh yeah. By the way, Pete.
Yeah.
What's the deal with the plumber?
2 hours later.
We got home from Florida. Whenever we got home.
I don't like that.
Yeah, and Florida was great. And the toilet in the master bathroom, you flush it, and I noticed that later in the day that the bath mat was wet. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? It's been installed for over 25 years.
I think you just answered your own question.
No, this stuff should last forever. Okay.
Well, that doesn't happen.
Well, yeah. So it turns out it was the seal between the tank and the toilet that needed to be replaced. And I went to the hardware store near the plant where I always go, and I got the stuff, and I came home, and during the blizzard on Sunday, I replaced it, but then I needed the screws were the wrong length to attach the tank to the thing. So I had to go out during the blizzard, at 10 in the morning to the hardware store. My hardware store is closed, so I had to go across the river to the big one that's orange. Okay. Come back, and I told
he's not giving any free advertising on this episode.
That's right. I said, don't use the cold water or whatever. I mean, just because the pipe was open because the shutoff valve didn't shut off all the way, and somehow the mixing valve in the kitchen and stuff, she used the water, which, I mean, she didn't know any better, and I didn't think it would happen. So all this water is now in the ceiling of the family room downstairs, and I had to get another part today at the hardware store.
Oh,
so you can see this.
Oh,
so that's a shutoff valve.
Oh, shutoff valve.
Yeah. So hopefully this will do it. But what a pain in the neck. As my wife always says, water's tricky. You had water issues, especially when you put a nail through it.
And no, that was a saw. That was a saw. But my wife has expressed that she wants us to go back to outdoor no indoor plumbing. She says it was a mistake. We should just return to the days of the outhouse, because this is just a disaster.
Yeah,
I agree. But moving on, when John timed it for him to fumble with the spreadsheet, and I will thank our next round of patrons, which is, of course, our foundation level patrons. Starting at the £3.50 Deep Purple New York tier, we have Lord Longford. At the £3 Aromatic Feed tier, Simon Ford. At the €3.50 tier, Weston Supermare Pilgrim. At the 293 pence tier, we have
Blackmore Tights.
At the $3.33 Halfway to Evil tier, we have Stephen Sharp. At the €2.50 Too Many Tiers tier, we have Soldier of Fortune.
Too many tears.
And at the $3 Nobody's Perfect tier, Peter Gardot. Ian DeRosier. Mark Roback. Stuart McCord. Ivan Fjellbu. Runar Simonson. Ruinous Inadequacies, Corey Morissette. Joe Dopefish Sigler. Adam Cork, Tim Wood, Steve Down to Earth Kohler.
Make your love.
If you like the Deep Purple podcast and would like to support the show...
Sorry about that. You won't hear that on the finished product. That's how I know we're going long. Michael, Matt in Vegas, and Jesus Christ Superstar at the 19.31 cold hard Danish kroner tier. We have Karsten Lau.
Cold hard Danish kroner.
And at the $1 made up name tier, we have the Kill You All Over Leaky Mausoleum, Stephen Somerville, the Concerto 1999 Fanatic, Hank the Tank, Private Eyes, Ashen Lionel, Zwapper the Electric Alchemist, Andres Engstrom, ICDC, Durple Purple, David Haddam, Graham Ponnet's Disco Pants and Haircuts.
I said, Graham, you know, our audience expects you to be a bit more dirty.
Disco pants and haircuts, yeah.
I'm just going to put my guitar across his head.
And Sick Tone.
Where is she? Where is she? Just about to close up the library.
Thank you so much to all of you for your generous support of the Deep Purple podcast. All right, you know what time it is.
Well, John's busting out the spreadsheets, and he's fumbling with the tabs. Oops, he sorted it the wrong way. Now he can't tell what is bad.
All right, John, where does Yacht Metal rank on our overall album ranking spreadsheet?
It is 5.42, near the bottom.
Oh boy. It is
near the bottom. It's between Quatermass and Deep Purple, shades of Deep Purple.
So it's much like JLT's Czechoslovakian.
My Czechoslovakian is not so good.
So I have added some additional columns, which you may have picked up on. One that gives you a ranking out of the total rank, which is up at the top. We've ranked 156 albums. Out of 156 albums, where does this one fall?
150.
149.
I'm seeing 150.
You are?
Fine, 149.
Nate,
I don't care.
Get that Excel book out, Nate.
So it's in the 96th percentile. I've got it right here.
Oh, wait a minute. Yep, 149. Sorry, I was.
I'll make a glass note about that.
I didn't notice that. Yeah, rank. Okay.
Yeah, and now there's so it's in the 96th percentile.
For what? Sucking?
Poorness.
Actually, 96th percentile sounds good. I should probably reverse it. It's in the fourth percentile.
Fourth percentile.
So, John, where does this rate along with the Barbie Benton LP?
Let me see. Barbie Benton.
What's Barbie Benton rank out of 156 albums?
Was that Ain't That Just the Way? Was it?
Yeah, Ain't That Just the Way?
Well,
her birthday was her birthday last week.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
Oh, she's dead last.
Out of 156 albums, she's 156th.
Sorry.
Sorry, sorry, Babs.
Sorry, Babs. Sorry, Roger.
But yeah, well, I guess any closing thoughts on the Yacht Metal concept, the album, the execution, etc., before we break our record for the longest show ever?
Well, I thought the last time we sat together was, but so I'm making it longer right now. I thought the concept was fantastic, and I think they got some really good folks to do this, but they missed the mark with regard to taking the, they should have picked the right songs, all right, and some of them were big misses. But I tell you, just the two of us, I gave that a 4.5 because I thought, and maybe it was the humor that I found out, but it was so good, with a Graham Bonnet, not Neil Bonnet. But it was, I would have expected more like that. And the execution was, it wasn't any good. I'm going to cry.
It was very spotty execution.
Yeah. What I was going to say is I noticed, and I don't know if you could see this in the spreadsheet or not, but I noticed a divergence on some of the songs with ratings between what Pete and I rated and you two guys rated. And I think part of it is our bias that we are so familiar with these songs. And some of them we really, really like. And like I was saying on the Moonlight Feels Right, it's like it just hit me that you took out like those elements I really liked, and that just blew it for me. But I will say I really did like the Taking It to the Streets version. I think that was my favorite track on this album. I think they did a good job with that one.
And I think for me and John, for the most part, well, I think entirely, we can't really remember a time without these songs being around.
Right.
Yeah.
And you guys can, although they've been around for the majority of your lives. You can probably remember some of them coming out and when they came out and the impact they had. Whereas for us, it's just like these were songs that were always on the radio from as long as we could remember.
Yep.
But yeah, I would agree with what you guys said as far as, or what Pete said, very good concept, some really good contributors, some really good moments and some really good flashes in there. But overall, it could have used something a little more unifying and to kind of bring it together. It was obviously piecemeal, and in an album like this, you're going to get some of that, but it didn't go together the way I would have liked to see it go together.
They should have gotten Michael McDonald as the producer,
the musical director. Yeah.
or what's his name that did that song, Since You've Been Gone, Russ Ballard.
Yeah. I'm assuming that would have probably quadrupled the budget for this. But it would have actually been cool if they got like Michael McDonald and I don't know, some heavy metal guy to
Bumblefoot.
Bumblefoot and Michael McDonald to collaborate on the production and like to be like co-musical directors. That would have been kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just very curious about how this actually came together. The concept, the picking of the songs, the picking of the musicians, et cetera. Just because like you've got this wide range of musicians, and some of the songs, I mean, I think most of the songs were like rated less than 50 on a Yahtzee scale, so their picking of the songs was not very good based on what I think was the concept of the album. So
I want to see a follow-up album where yacht rock bands do metal songs, like the Doobie Brothers do "Seasons in the Abyss" by Slayer. That would, or like really, you could do like metal songs like "Seasons in the Abyss," "Rainbow in the Dark," and something, "One" by Metallica, just like some like huge metal hits or metal songs done in a yacht rock style. That'd be awesome.
Interesting.
Captain
Landmine has taken my speech. That's my Michael McDonald impression.
Did this get on the Billboard charts at all when it came out last month?
I think it just missed it. It came in at 201. It just missed it.
Just about missed it.
All right. Anything else in closing?
Any meetups?
No.
And our one with Glenn Hughes looks like it's
Glenn has canceled his shows
on
sadly.
tax day. Yeah. So we'll have to figure something out.
Yeah.
Maybe Sammy Hagar this summer. We saw him independently last summer or whenever it was, 2 summers ago.
You said the thing about France. A bunch of bands.
Oh yeah, want to go to Hellfest?
I would love to. We
should all go to Hellfest.
It's a bit of a tall ask. If my wife finds out I'm going to France without her, I don't know what would be worse, me going without her or me taking her to France to go to Hellfest.
That's when she's going to tell you to go to Hellfest.
Yeah. All right, fine. Go to Hellfest.
Fast, not fest.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah. Go to Hellfest. All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Where should our listeners check you guys out and your podcast?
We're hosted on Acast now, but you can also find us on Apple Podcasts and on the Twitter and Blue Ski machines. We are at 70s Weekly, or at 70s Weekly, to say it another way. And up to 97 episodes. And going strong. But thanks for having us on. It's always great to be on another show and to contribute, and always great to be with you guys.
And you can find Mark Roback on the Haskincast, like every other episode's talking about or
if you've got
Miles Davis, or
if you got 8 hours to kill,
Rory Gallagher, crooners, Christmas songs,
Jaws. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, and we'll be at you next week with a brand new episode about who knows. We'll never know, but we'll see you next week.
If you like the Deep Purple podcast and would like to support the show, please consider joining our Patreon or donating on PayPal. Patrons get full access to the podcast, Discord server, ratings, spreadsheets, and live stream invites. You can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts to help new people discover the show. You can follow the show on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, or Threads. You can also check out the website at deeppurplepodcast.com for show notes and more. Contact us via email at John or Nate at deeppurplepodcast.com. Thanks for listening.